Aloha, everybody. Welcome to your habitual cosmic review for this full moon in Gemini at 27 degrees. I am super excited to bring this review to you. Let the illumination begin. Depending upon where your natal placement is, mine, I am a Gemini rising. This moon actually hits very close to my ascendant. You could already be feeling these energies. I know I for sure am, and I'm excited to kind of review a little bit deeper with you what this moon is all about and how we can work with this moon and the energies of this moon. So I think the first thing that we need to acknowledge with this moon is if you have seen the other video about the December energies, I talk in there about swift endings and then even swifter new beginnings. And this moon is an ending point. It is the last full moon of 2021. It is also the last moon that connects us into that Gemini Sagittarius access point. And that is the access point that the nodes are in currently, so the North Node and the South Node, and they are going to be moving away from these nodes, and we won't be working in this energy space with the nodes here again for quite some time. So this is kind of that accumulation of the last 18 months where Gemini has been providing us with that terminology around I think and Sagittarius around I believe, and how we have moved through those energies, how we've grown through some of those themes. I know for myself, one thing that's been really prominent that I didn't even realize until we were well into eclipse season this year was this was really a year about rewriting my stories, which perfectly aligns with the Gemini Sagittarius axis and the fact that I am a Gemini rising. Now, however, though, we're going to see the nodes transition into the beautiful sign of Taurus and Scorpio, which is all about what we have and what we desire. And so this is really new energy that we are going to be working with. And that's really, really exciting. One of the other things, and real quick, that energy actually has already begun. We did get a taste of that with the solar eclipse that occurred in November. So if you want to think back to then, or if you are a diligent journaler, note taker, etc., you can see maybe what that eclipse maybe highlighted for you. And that can be a key as to what the next 18 months and the next eclipse cycle might look like for you. So that's where I wanted to start, because I think it is such an honor to begin at the end and end at the beginning, and just pay homage and acknowledgement to all that Gemini and Sagittarius has been able to teach us and to help us grow through as we've gone along this last 18-month journey. Now, the other thing with this moon is this moon has a direct and immediate connection with the solar eclipse that occurred in Sagittarius on the 3rd or 4th of December. So that was just 2 weeks ago. It was I'm getting goosebumps. It was an incredibly powerful eclipse to work with. And it was really a lot about intention setting, intention for this new version of you, for what you've gone through, what you've grown through, what you have learned about yourself through this eclipse access point with Gemini and Sagittarius, and setting those new intentions for the new you, this new, maybe your value systems have changed. For me, my stories about things have changed. And so that is going to, as I continue to go through my process, that is going to allow me more opportunities to create different manifestations than I ever have before. So that's really what the solar eclipse was all about, was kind of starting to set into those intentions about what this future looks like with this new you that you're bringing forth. How this moon works with it, especially being a Gemini full moon, is this is where this is going to get bigger. So you had an intention, you set this manifestation. Now let's talk about it. Now let's drop ideas about it. Now let's see how this can expand even more. Oh, did you know about this? oh, what about if we took that and put that here? Oh, hey, there were a couple of gaps in this storyline. I've got ideas to fill those in. These are all the things that this full moon is illuminating. It's illuminating those intentions and allowing you to see them in a different way and to grow with them in a different way, to process them, whatever those connections that you need, the cues, the ideas, the support. This is supporting that expansion of that intention that you set, or intentions that you set during that solar eclipse. So I'm going to pull up the chart now, and I'd like to just walk through some of these different aspects that we're going to be seeing here. So the first one is the ruler of this moon is Mercury. So I always want to pay homage to the ruler of the moon, which is Mercury. He is in Capricorn. He just went into Capricorn earlier this week. And he is really giving us structure to our thoughts and ideas. So this isn't a willy-nilly say anything that we want, let's go crazy Mercury. This is an incredibly supportive Mercury for what we are moving into. This is a Mercury that is giving us structure. He's in a great placement for this expansion. He is squaring Chiron during this moon, who is just about ready to station direct at 8 degrees of Aries. So this truly is another ending, this last conversation piece that we're going to be able to have with this Chiron at 8 degrees of Aries around self-identity, self-expression, self-mastery, self-nourishment, self-healing. That might have been themes coming up over the last 5 months as Chiron has been working in his retrograde. And then he'll come out and he'll move on. He stays in Aries for a long time. I think it's about 8 years per sign. So his energy in Aries we're going to continue to work with. However, this 8-degree point, especially if you have any planets or aspects yourself at that point, you really might have been feeling this energy. So really how not just Mercury and having this conversation with Chiron, but with Mercury in the picture with this moon, it's really has been asking us to boil down to trust and divine timing. Hold the vision, trust the process, and know that because of your self-mastery, because you know of your power, because you know your identity, how you express things in the world, and you've been working with these healing themes, you can trust and hold that vision, knowing that you can manifest everything that you want. An additional thing, because I did talk about expansion. So expansion, Jupiter's got to be somewhere in this conversation. And of course he is. That expansion and all the ideas that are coming with that expansion can really be seen in this supportive sextile with the sun and Jupiter, and the trine the moon is making with Jupiter as well. So this is an ask to expand more. It's, we are closing out Sagittarius season. It's really this last mental push for us to create, envision, and fill in the extra pieces. So when Capricorn season starts on the 21st of December, you are ready to put your head down and get to work. And that is, again, there's many, many, many times, and I'm even absolutely trying to allow, again, trust the vision, or hold the vision, trust the process, to allow some of these beautiful expansive moments to happen, because a lot of us, especially fire signs, especially heavy Capricorn signs and placements in Capricorn, let's go. It's go time. We're almost to the season. We need to get to work now. And what we really want to honor with this moon is not trying to jump right into the doing. Allow that last mental push to be creative, to envision a little bit more, to allow a little bit more innovation to happen. Now, you could have already done some small work here or there, but just know that the work, that diligent work, is coming as Capricorn starts to gear up. The other piece in this moon is there is a square to Neptune. So as, you know, this square starts to move away, some of the messages could end up becoming cloudy at first, but then gain clarity as the moon becomes to its apex and then moves on from the conjunction. Just know and trust in yourself. And that's really tied back to those Chiron healing themes. Know and trust in yourself and the messages you are getting, especially if they make you a little nervous. And what I mean by that is not like, oh, I don't know if this is within my integrity. I absolutely do not mean that. What I mean is the messages that you get that make you gulp because of the enormity of them. If it is a big message, if it's, oh my God, I have no idea how I'm going to accomplish that. Oh my gosh, that's a really big goal and a really big dream. I don't even know if that's possible for me. Those are the messages that you want to really dig into. Those are good guideposts. If your goal is not big enough, it won't scare you. So that's just like, that's a great tenor point. When you're a little bit butterfly-y about your goals, you probably have set them high enough because something's scaring you about them, which means you're going to be pushing yourself to achieve. And that's that growth cycle. One last thing I will say about this moon is this is a mind moon. Gemini, it's a mind moon. Your mind could be incredibly active, especially if you have aspects around this Gemini point. You know, the possibilities are beautiful, possibilities are wonderful, and getting all of the information, holding it, getting these messages, oh, okay, that gives me butterflies. Understanding all of that is great, but there's also a need to understand that everything takes time. Some of the messages that you could be working with and could be getting are not messages for the action to start today, tomorrow, in an hour. It could be messages for the longer term, a long-term vision. Remember, we're really being asked to no longer look at things in just these short little grabby bites, but to really understand how the diligent work that we put forth, the consistent work that we put forth leads us to greater visions, greater lifetimes, things that expand us beyond what is just right in front of us. And a lot of that takes timing. If you have a body, which I am hoping most of us on this call or on this video do, move it. It is time to get moving. Mars is in the picture with this moon, but mental fatigue is a real thing. And it's really having a mind-body connection to know, all right, my brain, I need to go move. I need to go walk. I need to do a yoga class. I need to, raise my energy in some way. I need to dance. Dancing would be beautiful during this moon. Ice skating. I know for many of us it is wintertime. Well, not for me in Hawaii, but a lot of us do have access to be able to ice skate. Something that allows your body to move in a creative way. This moon is really asking us to be creative, to be incredibly happy, smile, enjoy this process. The ideas should support you. They should nourish you. They should make you feel good. And that is all also get out and move. And I do understand for sure there are many of us that can't do that because we are in winter states, etc. You can dance in your living room. You can figure out a way. Really get into your body, especially if mental fatigue is real, or do something creative. That could be an art project, coloring, journaling, however that comes about for you that allows whatever is occurring up in the brain to process out. So that is my wrap up of this Gemini full moon. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be posting the Habitual Tarot for each zodiac sign. I am starting with this moon going forward. So every sign is going to have their own individual reading. And that is going to be posted either the day before or the day of the moon. As a reminder, if you are a subscriber to my Patreon, you actually get exclusive access to those readings sooner. And anybody on Patreon actually has access to all of those zodiac readings right now. It is live on my Patreon. And also, we do a lot of fun stuff over there. We get more in depth with the astrology. We do weekly astrology reviews, individual I will also be posting the Habitual Tarot for each individual zodiac sign coming up soon. That is the new process going forward. I won't be doing collective readings on YouTube. It will absolutely be individual signs going forward. I'm so excited to bring that to everyone. And just as a reminder, if you are not a subscriber to my Patreon, you actually get first access to those zodiac readings before anybody else. So as a subscriber, that's exclusive access. It is already live on my Patreon. Those readings will be available the day before or the day of the moon for everybody on YouTube. And yeah, I definitely encourage you to join me over on Patreon. We do some really cool things over there. We get in depth with the astrology weekly. We do additional tarot readings, as well as speaking on rituals, and just getting in depth, deep, and a safe community space to continue our growth process. So I hope you can join me over there. I will leave all info in the description box below. See you soon. Bye.